Hey, what's up guys? GK here. How you living? I have some latest news in gaming while bringing you some gameplay of Saints Row the Third. Let's get started. To start off with something, let's try PlayStation 4 news. As of today, PS4 pre-orders are ceased. I hope you guys know that. At all GameStops in the US. Now I have an article here from VG247, and I'll leave a link in the description below. But it says here, Game Informer spoke with a GameStop rep on the matter of pre-orders stopping for the PlayStation 4. And now he tells, he tells the GameStop or the Game Informer that due to the high demand for the system, GameStop is not currently taking additional store reservations for the PlayStation 4. And now, once we come to think of it, this was predetermined. I think it was predetermined by one of the PlayStation execs. I don't remember which one, but I remember that. But it was, it was stated that it was in high demand, but they had a short supply of it. So, as of right now, if you did not pre-order your PlayStation 4, you have an issue. If you really want to pre-order, you have an issue because GameStop is no longer, handing out pre-orders since the fact that PlayStation 4 is limited. Go figure. In other news, Call of Duty Ghosts gets a new feature in multiplayer. And not knowing the exact specifics, this sounds interesting to me. Now, according to this article I found at GameSpot, I'll leave a link in the description below. COD is planning to use a second screen device like a tablet or iPad to use in gameplay, with multiplayer. Now, since they're not giving too much about it, I have an idea of what it's going to be like. So if I can put my finger on it, I will compare it to the same feature that was used in the Battlefield 4 multiplayer reveal. In the Battlefield 4 multiplayer reveal, if any of you haven't seen it at all, you see somebody's calling down an airstrike, but they actually switch it to real time in outside of the game, where somebody has a tablet in their hand and directs an airstrike to a certain area of the map. Okay, and basically they were able to call down an airstrike or use any other streak, and I feel, hey, it's pretty awesome, but how come they can't do that in game? Sometimes that is just, it takes longer. I don't know if people are actually going to go through all that just to deliver something like that, but it's possible. But it might be similar to that. It could be similar to that, and I'm just hoping that there's no clashing. I hope there's no clashing. Last but not least, into some Saints Row 4, or should I say Saints Row 5, and a new direction. Yeah, according to an article also on GameSpot, what was the name of that magazine? I forgot the name of it. Game Reactor, that's right. It's a magazine called Game Reactor, and it was a European game magazine. It's all over Europe. Game Reactor spoke to a Saints Row design director, Scott Phillips. And he stated that SR5 will be going in a whole new direction. With his full quote, he said, "We're definitely considering Saints Row 4 sort of the end of that saga, this character, and the Saints as they are. So if there's any more future Saints Row, which we always hope there will be, hope there's a fan for future games like that." and they'll probably continue in a different direction. That sounds pretty nice if you ask me. If anybody else has played the whole Saints Row, they will see how it deviated from the original plot. We went from I've played Saints Row from the first one to now. The first Saints Row, I never had an Xbox, but I did play over a friend's house and I enjoyed it, and he let me borrow an Xbox, and I just played it, and I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. Then I went to Saints Row 2. I'm like, okay, it's about the same, but you know, the story got a little deeper. The gameplay got boring to me, but it was pretty decent. Saints Row the third comes around. I'm like, it's fun. It looks cool. When you first see the trailer of it, it was like, oh man, you have flying bikes, you have flying, sharp jets. We have all these things. We have genitalia. You have a large purple genitalia of a man on a stick that you can hit people with. So you're like, hey man, this is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be good. But it's not only was it, it was okay. It wasn't great. It seemed the two areas where the Saints Row 3 lost its touch to me personally was the game, the story wise, and the environment wise. Story wasn't serious. You couldn't take it serious. It was short. And the environment wise, if you play Saints Row 2 and you play Saints Row 3, you will see Saints Row 2. Even though the graphics weren't that great, the city was still alive. It was out there, and it looked good. And it looked good. It looked really good. And I feel that's how it should. Of course, it looked good, but it just wasn't alive. Saints Row 2, you could see people practicing, almost anything. You see guys shooting craps in the alleyway. You see people walking through the park. You see people practicing their instruments. It's a lot of things. But right now, what I care about is your guys' opinion. Please leave a comment in the section below. Comment. No, seriously. Comment. Leave a comment and tell me what you guys think about this. And give me your personal thoughts. Oh, and P.S. What's new in your world? Tell me if you got any new things coming up for yourselves. And I might be holding a contest pretty soon. So you guys stick around and watch for that, alright? It's GK, I am out.